Hello and welcome. The topic of this video is about the various data types we often encounter. Let's start with the question, what can be considered as data? Is almost everything recorded, right? So, suppose you have been provided with various data like this. You have the religion data, you have the postal code, you have satisfaction level, and many other data variables. How can you differentiate them or characterize them into a few typical types? We may use the criteria like this. Is the data a numerical one or categorical data? Is there any order in the data? Do they have equal intervals? Is there any true zero values, for example like nothing or empty? Here are 4 typical representative data variables. Let's start from the first one. This is considered as a nominal type where we only see the different categories. The second type is the ordinal data where there's an obvious ranking there. For both nominal and ordinal data type, we define them as the qualitative data with no numerical measures. As for the third category, the temperature, it is numerical data and intervals are measurable, but there's no true zero value. The last one is the numerical data, and we have true zero values, that is the ratio data. So both interval and ratio data are belonging to the quantitative data types. Well, most of the time, we may just differentiate the data into the 2 basic types. One is the qualitative and the other is the quantitative. Let's discuss more on the 2 data types. For quantitative data, we may have either continuous or discrete data, or can be numerically measured. For qualitative data, we have categorical and ordinal data. Although there's ranking for ordinal data, we cannot numerically measure them. We may using the categorical data type for the qualitative data interchangeably. Let's see a few categorical data examples. The gender. We may have male, female, and others. The region, right? Where do you live? The north or south areas. The priority level, high priority, medium or low priority. The department. I'm from analytics department. Some of you are from marketing or finance. So from those examples, we may summarize the key characteristics. Categorical data is often divided into groups or categories. The categories are based on qualitative characteristics. There's no order to categorical values or variables. Categorical data can take numerical values, but those numbers don't have any mathematical meaning, right? For example, we may use 0 for female or 1 for male. Let's see a few quantitative or numerical data examples, like the salary, the revenue, the cost, and the waiting time, the scores. So from those examples, we may summarize the key characteristics. Quantitative data is measured and expressed numerically. It has numerical meaning and is used in calculations and arithmetic operations. The data value can be discrete or continuous, like the integer and real numbers. For numerical data, we often apply the various measures on them. For example, like the summation, the average, the maximum value, the minimum value, and also the percentage of change. Lastly, we have a question here. What is the data type for time? Is it quantitative or qualitative? Think about it. The answer is actually both. Can be quantitative. For example, the plot describes the share price trend for Amazon stock price over time. It is a continuous data. It may also be treated as qualitative categorical data. For example, we want to compare the different quarters for Alibaba's earning, so those quarters are different comparing categories. Thanks for watching and enjoy your learning.